Hello. Hello, I'm live. Hi, Keith. I don't know if Keith's got to stay, but we appreciate Keith. Brenda Duncan 1900 Homestead. Shelly. Hey, Shelly. Got to hang out with Shelly and Brenda this weekend at the Heartland Homestead picnic. It was lots of fun. I don't remember how to say your name. Hag? No, I know that's not right. I've heard people say it right, and you said that was right, but I don't remember how. I'm sorry. Hag, I'm going to say, and I know that's not right. Hey, Red, Kiss My Grass Acres. So we'll let a few people get in here before we talk about our topic. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the picnic and what I've been doing today, and then we'll get on our topic in a minute. We had a great time at the picnic. The weather was awesome, and people pitched in and helped get everything done. That was just amazing. When we first got there, we got there, I guess, about 8:30, and Higgs Rock Farm, hey, Higgs Rock Farm was already there. I think they were the only ones there when we got there at 8:30. They were the only ones there, and they were waiting for us. And then a few people came in right after that, and man, we just started pitching in and setting everything up, and it went smooth and great. And gosh, it was just amazing. I was amazed at everybody pitching in and helping and how smooth it went, and everything was like done. We were just kind of waiting on time to cook the hamburgers, but it went great. It was awesome, and met some new people, which was great. There was several new people at the picnic that had never been before, and then of course our crowd. Patty G. Hey, Patty G. Um, Different ones that were there that have been there every year. And then there was some new ones. We had 71 people that signed in the book. There may have been a couple more that didn't get signed in or something, but pretty much I went by the 71 people that signed in. So anyway, it was great. Um, yes, Brenda, it was wonderful. I appreciate all your help. Brenda helped so much, and um, Patty at Southern Blessed Homestead, and Hicks Rock Farm. I hate to start naming people because I'll miss somebody, but so many people pitched in and helped. And then people were coming up. I mean, we got it done so early that people were coming up, just getting there, saying, "What can I do to help?" And I'm like, "Nothing. There's nothing to do. It's all ready." So it was awesome. Let's see. Whoa. Of course, I don't have my glasses on. I have still not found my computer glasses, and I can't use these other ones. So I'm squinting a little bit. Sorry. Trying to read the comments. Yeah, miss everyone. Boots and Bounty Homestead. It's healthy eating time. Yes, it's time to get back to healthy eating because I have been so bad. And then, of course, the picnic, I was like, oh, forget it. I'll wait till after the picnic and get back to what I do. Still had a good crowd. Yes, yes, had a good crowd. And the weather was so nice. It was awesome. We had just a little bit of a breeze most of the time and wasn't too hot. Uh, um, it was just really nice. Let's see. If I miss anybody, I'm sorry. I'm squinting trying to see. Hedgehog's Homestead. Hello. Yes, I hope y'all get to make it next year. They are moving closer. I don't know exactly where, but I heard her say that they were moving towards West Tennessee, and we are in Western Kentucky, so it can't be that far. There's nowhere else for it to. It'd have to be within a pretty good, a little, little distance there. So learned so much from everyone who attended the picnic. Yes, Shelly, we everybody talked Shelly into trying to start a channel, or she has a channel, but trying to do some videos. And we all talked to her over and over about what to do, things to do, and I think everybody got her talked into it. I was the Homestead Vanna White. Yeah. Yeah, Patty passed out the door prizes for me, and that was awesome. I think she was getting a little tired. Hopefully those that didn't make it will make the next one. Yep. Need another picnic. I miss everyone. Yeah. Can't tag on my phone. Hey to everyone. Boots and Bounty said, can't tag on my phone, but hey to everyone. So Boots and Bounty's not that far away either. A little distance, but they're down in Western Tennessee too. So they actually, it's such a small world. I got to talking to Casey about where they were from, and she told me, and I was like, I got family there. And then she said where she was born and raised, and I said, well, my dad was born and raised there too. So small world. That was pretty fun, pretty interesting. Let's see. Sounds like it was fun and very successful. Hi, Rhonda, Mid-South Homestead. I think she's saying Hedgehog Homestead said Brown, Clarksville, Tennessee. I think she means around, around Clarksville, Tennessee. Now, that's not too far. That's probably, I'm going to say that's about an hour and a half from us. Probably about an hour and a half from us, I believe. That's not that far. Well, maybe a little more, maybe 2 hours, because Nashville is about 2.5. I can make it in less than 2.5. I drive fast. I can make it in 2 hours. That's how fast I drive. But anyway, Nashville's about 2.5 from us. And so Clarksville's right there close, I believe. So, hey, Boots, same way here. By the time I say hi, I missed half the live. Let's see. Good luck with your move. Sounds like a dream come true. Hey, Ben's over Acres. All right. About 3 hours from us. More Middle Tennessee than West. Yeah. That's kind of closer to middle. They probably still call it West. I know here. I know, like with Kentucky, anything this way from like Bowling Green this way, they call it West Kentucky. And I don't consider Bowling Green West Kentucky. It's way over middle to me. But just going by what they call it, they still call that Western Kentucky. And to me, it's central. But yeah. So anyway, oh, Noble Brooks is from Clarksville too. Whoops, I missed what Drops said, about 96 miles. Sorry, I don't know what Drops is talking about. About 3 hours from us, I read that. Okay. All right. Hey, Lori Avis. We will get to our topic in a minute. We're talking about the picnic. We had a really good time at the picnic, and just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Make sure several people get in here. We've got 17 in here. Wow. So we'll get on topic in just a second. I'm was going to tell what all I'm doing today. I don't know why. I had to jump up and stop the laundry. I've got laundry going, but I had to jump up and stop the laundry because it's kind of loud. And sometimes when I go on live, I leave the laundry going and it's loud. I don't know if it bothers anybody else, but it does me. So I've got laundry going and I'm going to get out in the garden a little bit. There's not a whole lot right this minute to do out there because a lot of stuff have died out and we've planted fall. We haven't planted a whole lot of fall. We planted turnip greens and lettuce and radishes. And then we've still got Cherokee 10 pumpkins about to be harvested and loofahs about to be harvested. So I'm going to get out there and look, and I've got lots of green tomatoes. So I've steadily been looking for hornworms and picked, they're not as bad. I had picked a lot off, but now I'm picking off maybe one a day out of, I think I've got about 15 plants and maybe I'm picking one a day off. So that's not too bad. I can handle that. We are considered Western Kentucky and Katie's. Bowling Green is more South Central. But if you talk to them over there, anybody this side of Bowling Green will say they're Western Kentucky. I've heard it over and over. And also our like our newspaper is Western Kentucky, and it goes pretty far out, not all the way to Bowling Green at all. But if you talk to some of those people, they consider themselves Western Kentucky. Anybody this side of Bowling Green. So anyway, it always gets me because I'm like, that is not Western Kentucky. We're far Western Kentucky, far west as you can go in Kentucky is where we're at. My parents lived in Hazard, Kentucky for a couple of years. And yeah, I saw Daniel and Root come in, go for green living. Hey, good to have you in here. We'll get on our topic in a minute. Bowling Green will always be home for me. Family is all from that area and Mammoth Cave area. 96 miles from your location to Clarksville. Okay. Just watched your goldenrod video. Need to go harvest some. Yes, do that. I spent today pulling up tomato plants because the hornworms were having a feast. I needed to plant peas anyway. I think Hazard may be considered Western Kentucky. I'm not sure. That's a little far over. I don't consider it that. I don't. I mean, maybe, but you know, I guess because we're so far west that I'm like, the rest of y'all are not West Kentucky. Maybe that's why I feel that way, because we're so far west that everybody else is, east to us. Eastern Kentucky. Okay. I didn't know. I'm not sure where Hazard is, so I wasn't sure. Hazard is Eastern Kentucky. Probably. I'm not sure where that's at. I've heard of it. Oh, okay. It's in the Appalachia. Okay. Didn't know that. I didn't realize it was that far over, I guess. Okay. Let's see. Okay. What else? I've been working on newsletters today to send out to our members. And man, I'm way behind on the newsletter because I had the picnic going on and everything that was going on. I was just too busy and didn't get to it. So I sat down today to do the newsletter. And sometimes I print it at work because my printer ain't great. And so I just sometimes take it to work and print it out. There's 16 of them, 16 pages. So today, because I won't be back at work again until next Wednesday. I work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but I work Monday and Tuesday from home or the local office, and then I go to the big office on Wednesday. So I didn't want to wait another whole week to get the newsletter out, so I start trying to print it, and my printer started acting stupid. It wouldn't print. It was going crazy. It just wouldn't put the pages out. And I thought, what is wrong with this thing? I was about to give up. And I kept looking at it and looking at it. This sunglass thing that goes on your eyeglasses for sunglasses was stuck down in the back of it, and the rollers weren't rolling through. I could hear the rollers going, and I didn't know why they weren't going. And I kept digging around there, and all of a sudden this popped up. So, but when I got those out of there and kind of cleaned it out a little bit, it done fine. I got the newsletters printed. I just need them, get them mailed out after a while. So there you go. That's what I've been working on today. I fought that printer for an hour, I know, over some sunglasses. So I did get them printed out. And what else have I been doing? I don't know. I've got some tomatoes and red bell peppers I harvested. I need to figure out what I want to do with. And if I had, which I don't, but if I had, I could go buy some more yellow squash and zucchini. I have onions. If I had some more of something else, I would do some more of that. Well, that spaghetti sauce that I made that a lot of people are making. I haven't done a video on it, but several people have. I know Stiver's done a video on it, that spaghetti sauce with the vegetables and stuff in it, and you simmer it down, and then they blend it up and make spaghetti sauce. And I don't blend mine because I like it chunky. And I kind of showed that one day, but I don't have any squash to go in it. So I might stop at the farmer's market in the next couple of days and get some more, because that stuff's good. That stuff is good. There's my granddaughter. I've seen her somewhere. She can see Fancy on the couch. She's gone. My granddaughter helped me at the picnic, and she done an awesome job. She sat at the ticket table and gave out tickets. Her and Emma from Boots and Bounty Homestead sat at the ticket table for us and gave out the door prize tickets, and she helped video a little bit for me on the live, helped hold the camera on the live and do some stuff, and I think she helped with the kids. And anyway, she done awesome. Thank you, Jonna. Let's see. So Kentucky's east and west is as different as Louisiana's north and south. Yeah. So glad that was a simple fix for your printer. Yep. Yeah, after I figured it out, I fought with it for a while before I figured it out. The girl's done a good job. Yep. Okay, so I probably need to get on with our topic if anybody's interested. Root. Sounds like root. And I always say root. So it's root. Okay, root. And I say root. I don't know how I say it now. Root. Okay, root. Sorry about that. I've heard you say it enough. I should know how to say it. I should know how to say it. I will remember it now. Sounds like a root. Okay. All right, let's see. Grateful for all Jonna did. Yeah. Well, I've heard y'all say it enough. I've watched you and heard you say it enough. I should know, but I always try to say it different. And I have a real hard time with words sometimes anyway, I'm going to tell you, because I'm always saying something wrong. Somebody will correct me all the time. Sheila Scott. Hello, Sheila Scott. Haven't seen you in a little bit. And I never did get your address. So if you get a chance, give me your address. I don't see why not. I use my barbecue sauce on pulled pork and can it up. Oh, I didn't see her question. Let me go back up. Question for the canners. Can I take the unseasoned sauce I can in quart jars and use it to make seasoned sauce, seasoned sauce or ketchup, and then can it again? I've never recanned. I don't know. Brenda says, I don't see why not. I don't know the answer. Shelly or Patty said, Shelly, pretty sure you can. I don't see why not. I have never recanned anything, so I don't really know. I know if I get soup, I have canned soup that was already made, like I made a pot of soup and then what was left over, I canned it and it's okay, but some of it gets mushy. So I'm kind of iffy on that. But sometimes I still do it if I have so much left over. I just personally, this is a personal thing for me. I don't can it as long as they say to if it's already been cooked like that. So if I have soup that's already been a pot of soup cooked and we ate some of it and what's left over, I don't can it as long as they say you have to. So that's just my personal thing. I've opened up jars and put in smaller jars and recanned. Okay, there you go. Want it to have options when I can the sauce. Also have used my canned tomatoes to make ketchup and recan it. Hey, Emma at Sunny's Place. Hello. We've been talking about what fun the picnic was. I've got to get on topic here, but we've been talking about the picnic, and Emma at Sunny's Place was there too. We had a great time and wonderful weather. It was great. So, okay. So I'm going to get on topic and talk about getting back to healthy eating. I have been so bad. And now what I do usually the low carb diet. I was doing keto for a little bit. Keto is pretty strict, like almost no carbs and all that. Lots of meat. And there's a lot you can eat on keto, though. Some people think of keto and think, oh, it's meat, eggs, and cheese. And that's not true. There's a lot of other things you can eat on keto to make it healthy. The problem is a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people get on keto and then do mostly meat, eggs, and cheese, and do a lot of bacon and stuff like that. And so that's not good. That's not good. You have to mix in some of the other stuff. There's vegetables that you can have on keto. There's fruits you can have on keto, mostly berries. A lot of the fruits have carbs in them. So you're trying to keep it, I think it's 20 carbs or less. And it's really hard to do. I did lose weight on that. I lost 25 pounds on that. But then I got stuck. I got stuck at 25-pound weight loss. So I ended up going to just low carb. And with low carb, I was doing about 50 carbs. Didn't lose any weight doing that. I was staying about 50 carbs and watching my sugar. So I have discovered that in eating carbs and sugar together makes me absolutely sick. It makes me sick. I get to hurting. I get just lots of sickness, but mostly hurting. My joints will hurt, which is inflammation, and and my stomach, my gut health will be terrible. And gut health is really, really important. So I'm kind of, and then I get off, of it all, and I just eat anything. you know? And I've talked before on here about going to work and they have donuts, and I'll eat a donut or two, and then I'll just be sick. It just makes me sick, but it's hard to control. Even though it makes me sick, I forget about that and I eat it, and then I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna be sick, and I'll feel bad for days. So through the picnic and for the past probably month, I have been not doing good. I've been eating anything I want, and I've been sick. My joints hurt. Even my this is terrible, and and sorry if this bothers somebody, but even my toes hurt. My toes ache. And I know it's from the carbs and the sugars every time. I can stay off carbs and sugars and not hurt. Not saying I was losing weight because I wasn't, but I don't hurt. And I might lose a little weight. I can lose 10 pounds or something, but I don't lose a lot of weight. I just don't lose a lot of weight no matter what I do. I got to go back up here and read a minute. Gained 5 pounds from the picnic. Yeah. We started doing Weight Watchers. I took some learning because it took some learning because I use all fresh stuff, and I had to put in all my own recipes, which is time consuming, but I figured it out fast. Getting back on it now. Okay. I have a friend that I used to work with. I see her every once in a while. We still talk. She went on Weight Watchers and she started losing pretty good. She's kind of like me. No matter what she does, she's not going to lose a whole lot. I don't know what, I mean, I'm just saying. Some people will be like, oh, well, you didn't try very hard, or, oh, well, something. No, I'm telling you, no matter what I do, I can be good. I can stay on a diet. I don't exercise per se, but I'm active constantly. I don't sit down a whole lot, and I do for work. I'm sitting at work, but I'm up after that. If I'm at home, I'm doing laundry, dishes, garden, cleaning, sweeping, mopping constantly. I don't sit at home. I don't sit on that couch over there, I'm gonna tell you. And no matter what I do, I don't lose a whole lot. 25 pounds has been the most. I did get down when I was on keto. I lost 25 pounds. I felt good. I had energy, but I'm still fat. I can't get under a certain weight. It just ain't happening. So I don't know. And you can argue with me if you want to, but I'm telling you, and some of us can diet and even exercise and still just not. And I don't know if it's the hormones or what. I have no clue. But I have a bad habit of eating just meat on keto. Yeah, see, that's not good. That's when people say, oh, keto's bad for you. Well, it is if you're just eating meat. And now I do know a couple. I know a couple that do, what is it? It's keto, but it's called carnivore. All they eat is meat, eggs, and cheese. And they've done pretty good, but they weren't fat to begin with. So they weren't real heavy to begin with, and they lost a little weight, and they've kind of just stayed. But their thing is that it makes them feel good. They don't ache. Their joints don't ache and all that stuff. It's an older couple, and their joints don't ache and all that. But I feel like that can't be healthy long term. I don't know, maybe, but I just feel like it can't be healthy long term to do that. Bacon is good for you. Please don't pop my bubble. I don't have a problem with bacon. It's not a problem. But if you're doing keto and you can't just eat meat and bacon and eggs and cheese all the time, you need to get some of those good things in there too. Um, you know, So that's the way I feel. Now, like I said, I know a couple that's doing the carnivore and they've been doing it for like 2 years. I'm just not sure that's healthy. I don't think that's healthy. um, since carbohydrates turn into sugars later in the body, it makes sense that adding sugars increases the amount of sugars you receive in the body. I can't eat cantaloupe or watermelon because I'm allergic to them. Used to love those as a kid. Wow. Um, that would just be terrible to be allergic to watermelon. I hate that. But now Lee won't eat cantaloupe. Lee can't even smell cantaloupe. It makes him sick. He cannot stand the smell of cantaloupe. He'll eat watermelon, but he can't stand the smell of cantaloupe. I don't know why. Okay, Red, thanks for stopping in. I have to stop drinking sodas. I don't eat much and I move a lot. I know the sweet drinks are the majority of my problem. Yeah. Yes, sodas are bad. That'll add pounds too. Up. I missed something. I haven't been skinny since I got married. I just watch portion sizes. Okay. And I've had a lot of people say that to me, that they do portion control. And maybe I'm not doing enough portion control, but I can say that most of the time, or at least when I'm trying to eat healthy, I don't go crazy and eat too much. I really don't. I mean, I don't know. I just don't. I don't think that I eat too much. Maybe. And here's maybe why. I don't normally eat too much. I have a good just plate portion and don't go back for seconds most times. But then when it's something, if they break out something that I really, really like and, then maybe I do. So maybe it's moments that I splurge and eat too much. So yes, then that could be a problem. If you chase Teresa with a spider, yeah. If there was always a spider on the table, I'd never eat. No, I don't eat at the table anyway, so it wouldn't matter. That'll add pounds. I read that. The best I ever felt was when I was on Whole30. I've heard of that. It's just hard to stick to long term and when you're feeding a family. I haven't looked into Whole30. I've heard of it, and I know that somebody was watching for a little while doing it on YouTube. I don't watch them anymore. So I won't say the name. I don't watch them anymore. But they done the Whole30. I remember seeing them do the Whole30, but I never looked into it. So I might look into that and just see. But I don't think you do that long term, right? You do it for so many days and then you stop. Justin Rhodes does carnivore. It scares with kidneys because high protein will kill your kidneys. Not supposed to medically have over 45 grams a day of protein. Yeah, and so, like I said, this older couple I know done carnivore, have done it for like 2 years. So that can't be healthy, but they're healthy. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. They're healthy, seem to be healthy. 40 pounds lighter because I started eating less at each meal. It's hard to say no when the food is so good. Yeah. Yeah. Now, and that might be, I don't think I overeat at the meal. Maybe it's later when snacking or something, but I don't do that a whole lot. I really don't. I don't know. I think a lot of mine's hormones, though. I really do. But I did go get checked, and she said, "Excuse me." I did go get checked out a while back, and she said my hormones looked good. But she done the short test where they just test a few things. There is a long test where they test everything, and I haven't had that done. Okay, hedgehogs. Thanks for being here. Thanks for stopping in. You would think a person would lose weight whacking weeds with a wide hook and throwing bales of hay, but not me. There's Lee. Hey, Lee. I've got to check my message here. Somebody keeps messaging me. I want to see. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I got to check that. Okay. Get that to quit beeping. Hi, Dave. Southern Ohio prepping. Dropping in to say hello. My biggest problem is I don't eat enough. I have to increase my intake of food in order to lose weight. Okay. Hi, Considerate Joy. Saw them at the picnic this weekend. I need your coffee cup in my life. Oh, I got that at, it's got Kentucky on it. I got that at our locally here in our county is Wycliffe Mounds. It is a ancient Indian burial mound that they turned into a museum. Okay, Money Pit Homestead. Hello, saw them this weekend too. Diana, hey Diana, my mom did really good on old Weight Watchers about 30 years ago. I know mainly her meals consisted of a 3 or 4 ounce piece of meat, half of a small baked potato, but then she filled up on at that time. My husband chops wood and push mows. I'm usually cooking, canning, and washing dishes. That doesn't get your heart rate up. Yeah. Well, and that's what I guess, because I do around here all the time. I don't sit down. I mean, for work I do, but when I'm at home, I'm going. But it's not exercise. I understand that too. It's changed a ton since then. Yes, Boots and Bounty has started the Weight Watchers too, and the newer one, and it sounds really easy. I have a friend who started. I don't remember when she started it. It's been a little bit, probably a year, I'll say, and she lost some weight on it, but she's pretty big, and she lost some, just like I do. She lost some and then is kind of stuck there and can't get down, which I don't care. I'm going to tell you, I don't care about that so much as feeling better. When I'm on low carb, and what I do is low carb, no sugar. That's what I like to do. What I like to do for healthy eating or weight loss is low carb, no sugar. And I try to add in a lot of vegetables, fruits and vegetables that are low carb. And, but I know when I'm on low carb, no sugar, my joints stop hurting. I stop swelling. I don't swell. My joints don't hurt. My stomach doesn't feel bloated. And I feel so much better in energy. And I have energy. I don't lose a lot of weight on it, though. I just feel better. That's okay with me. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with just feeling better. Were boxes of frozen vegetables, and she could cut a box of frozen vegetables in half and have a half a box, and felt like she was fuller than she was eating casseroles and things. Yeah. I do woodworking and do most of the building projects on the homestead. Yes, and I'm jealous and envious of that. I also do the gardening and raise the chickens, egg layers, and meat birds. Hubby forges knives. I want to learn so bad. I want to learn to build like you, Sonny's Place, Emmett Sonny's Place, and Honey Hollow. those two, and I know there's others. I watched those two, and I'm just so envious of them just jumping in there and building a chicken coop or whatever. And I'm like, man, I want to do that. I just don't know where to start. I keep telling Lee's got to teach me, but he hasn't had time. But I do want to learn. Weight loss comes with about a heart rate of, wait a minute. Weight loss comes with about a heart rate of 120 to 130 for 30 minutes. Any higher in weight loss won't happen. It's just cardio. I used to 150 to 160 for an hour and a half daily and didn't lose an ounce. Mm, just hurt my knees. I think if you stay away from the processed, and fast food and just eat simple without too much sugar and salt, that will help a lot of people. Stay away from the processed and fast food. Yep. And I do. I do when I'm on the low carb. I don't eat a lot of processed or fast food. And I really cut out sugar almost altogether when I'm doing right, like I want to do. And I will feel so much better. I'll have energy, feel better. I just don't lose a whole lot of weight. And maybe if I added the exercise, then is when I would lose weight. But I do and do and do. I go and go and go and just don't probably get it at the right, well, like they were saying, to lose weight, because I go and go and go, but it's not strenuous or do anything. Okay. I love to learn about healthy eating, but I don't want to pay for a program when I can just do the research myself and see what works. Yeah. Nearest fast food to me is about 30 miles away, so the temptation is not there for me. Same here. Same here. We don't have fast food in our town, in our county. The next county over does. It's 30 minutes. It's about 30-minute drive. But I work there. I was working there more. Now I'm just going there on Wednesday. I'm so happy about that. Now I'm just going there on Wednesday. I'm going to try to do everything I need to do on my Wednesday so I don't have to go back all the time. That's the nearest town that has very much in it. And that's where I work at on Wednesdays. So I'm trying to make sure I get everything done on Wednesdays now and not make another trip. Every woman should have their own tools and know how to use them. Yes, Brenda, I agree. I agree, but I don't. I agree with you wholeheartedly, but I don't. I don't. I would love to have my own tools too, because his are nasty. His are nasty and greasy and yucky, and I don't want to use those anyway. Of course, if I really worked with them, mine would probably be the same way, right? But I really do want to get some tools. I've told him that I would like to get my own tools, and I will keep up with them and keep them neater or nicer than he does his, and learn to build something. I really want to, but you got to have the basic knowledge of it first. And I don't even have that. I don't know where to begin. If you told me to go out there and, screw two boards together to start a chicken coop, I wouldn't know how to do that. I'd be like, what? Tell me step by step, because that's the only way I'm going to know. You would have to say, go get those two boards and go get that drill over there. And that's awful, but it's true. And I want to do better. I want to learn. The key is to only shop on the outline of the grocery. Dairy, meat, produce. Stay away from the insides of the grocery aisle. Yes, I've heard that a lot. That's that goes way back to the old Weight Watchers. And my mom was in Tops. If anybody's ever heard of Tops, it's take off pounds sensibly. And my mom was in that years ago when I was young, and she lost 100 pounds. She was over 200 pounds and lost 100 pounds. And she was walking every day. She was walking and doing the basic diet, the basic calorie counting diet that we all, that everybody grew up with. And she lost 100 pounds, but she gained it all back over a couple of years that she quit counting and quit walking, and gained it all back, every bit of it. So I know it's got to be a lifestyle. I know that it has to be a lifestyle. And that's another thing. Just losing, even if I lost 50 pounds and was at my perfect weight and all that, I would have to make it a lifestyle of doing whatever I'd done to get to that, or I would gain it back. And that's what I have done. Anytime I've ever lost weight, I have gained it back. But I don't never lose. I don't never lose that kind of weight. I lose 25 pounds max. That's the max I've ever lost, 25 pounds. Flint still hasn't taught me how to use the chainsaw. I don't know if I want to use chainsaw. That's a little extreme. Might stay away from the chainsaw. I want to learn to use the drill. And probably I can hammer. I can hammer, obviously, but I still wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how to cut the boards and and put them together. And even if I hammered them with a hammer, I don't know. It'd be a mess. It'd be a mess. The chickens wouldn't even want to get in there. I missed Christy's comment. I don't want to be a grown up today. Aw. Yeah. I have a big roll around cart over full of tools. Plus, I used to have my own woodworking shop. Know how you feel. I was there with my mother. I send you so much love. Yeah. I have a toolbox and only have little tools, a small hammer, small level, tape measure. It started off just for fun, but when Donald can't fix something, I see him in my small toolbox. That's good. I like that. That's funny. Yeah. Well, that's what mine would be. If I got me some tools, Lee would be digging in mine for too long. I don't know if he's still on there, but he would. Because he wouldn't be able to find his. That's his problem. He says, "Oh, I know exactly where they're at." Yeah, I do too. Scattered all over the homestead, scattered all over the farm. But he will say that. He will say, "I know exactly where my tools are." Yeah. Well, they ain't in one spot. I can tell you that. They are not in one spot. Christy Betts said my mom did Tops too. Yep. My mom passed in October and Dad in January. I keep my toolbox locked so Paul can't use my tools. I bought myself a little toolkit for Christmas from Santa Claus last year, so I didn't have to go to the shed and look, or we're in town and have to wait for the shed keys until I need it. Well, it jumped on me. I lost my place. Okay. Totally a lifestyle because it comes back faster than you realize. Yes, it has to be a lifestyle. Yeah, and it comes back way faster than you can lose it. That's for sure. What is a perfect weight anyways? Well, like, if I went by somebody else's goal, my weight would probably be way down there. When I said perfect weight, I'm talking about for what I think, the weight I want to be. That's my perfect weight. So, yes, I understand what you're saying there. My perfect weight is what I want to be at. That's probably still considered overweight. So, I know, I understand that. If I could get back down to just like the weight I was, you know, um, even after kids, I had a weight that I considered still okay. And when I went over that, then I was very unhappy with myself. But if I could just get to that weight and it's still not a skinny weight. Walking helps with losing weight. Take half an hour walk around each day and it makes you feel better. Um, yeah, I know. And I do. Now, I was having knee problems. One reason, and we got that golf cart for me to drive to the front of the property and stuff and around. And I really need to walk instead of using the golf cart. But my knee was hurting me so bad. I mean, so terribly bad, I couldn't hardly walk at all. So we got the golf cart, and then my knee was, just still hurting so much all the time. And when I'm on low carb, it doesn't hurt as bad. But at the time, I wasn't doing that. And it was hurting so bad. I ended up going to the doctor, and she put me on an arthritis medicine that has helped a lot. But I can still, even with this arthritis medicine, which helped a lot, and I started walking more again, um, I can tell the difference in if I'm eating carbs or not. If I eat a lot of carbs and sugar, it will hurt anyway. But if I'm on the low carb and no sugar, it doesn't hurt. So if I did that, if I stuck with that, if I stuck with the low carb, no sugar to where I'm not hurting, I could probably get off that arthritis medicine, which I would like to do. So anyway, remember that chainsaw movie? Oh man. Plus my tools have purple handles and I can tell if someone takes one of them. Oh, drops. That had to be tough. So close together. Yeah, yeah. We need to have a woman's woodworking get together. Listen, Brenda, I just told, and yes, that would be awesome. And I like to watch Emma at Sunny's Place build, and Honey Hollow Homestead. She builds, and she hadn't been doing videos. She's been doing some lives, but not videos so much. And at one time, she was doing videos of her building stuff. And I told her, you got to get back to that because I need to know. I need to learn. So you've got to get back to that. So, yeah, any of you women that do build, please, that would be an awesome video. That's what we are doing, Shelly. Drops. It's the weight you're comfortable with, primary, as long as it's not inverted fat or visceral fat. That's dangerous, and organ squishing. They were both 89 and married 66 years. Oh, Flynn already took my tools and now he doesn't know where they are. Lee sounds like Donald. Tools everywhere. Yes. Now he's gonna say that's not true, but it is true. Doesn't matter where they're at. There you go. He said, doesn't matter where they're at as long as I know where they're at. That's what he always says. I always fuss about his tools, and he's like, I know where every tool is. I'm like, where? Scattered all over the farm. Yep. Oh, God is good. Glad you can have friends around. Yes, bless you. We are here. Yes. Lee's looking for trouble. As long as you feel good, then it's the right weight. Yeah. The more you weigh, the harder it is on your joints. Yes, absolutely. Blue Emu is my friend. Collagen will help those joints. I'm glad you said that. I was taking collagen for a little bit and I ran out and didn't get more. I need to get some more collagen. The collagen, yes, is supposed to help. I can't say that it helped me. I did use it for a little bit. I can't say whether it helped me or not, but whatever. Every every little thing helps some. That's what Flint says until you can't find something. I only remember where stuff is if I've seen it, so I'm no help. Our bodies tell us what we need and don't need. Just got to learn to listen. Yeah. Yeah. I'm 6'1" and keep my weight down to 215. If I go up to 240, I don't feel good and hard on my joints. Yep. Um, let's see. Wait a minute. I get behind and then all of a sudden it jumps up and I can't see. Even the doctor told me a perfect weight was where your body and you feel best, not necessarily the lower weight that may be unnecessary if you were relatively healthy. We were on keto and doing great. Then we started prepping and now we are rotating out flour and rice. We're both gaining. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Yep. I've done keto. I done that keto. Now, when I done keto, I did not do an unhealthy keto. So I have thought about getting back completely back on keto. I was doing keto. I was doing meats and all, but I was also adding in green vegetables. I was doing green beans, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, things like that, cauliflower, and also fruits. I was doing different berries, all different kinds of berries, strawberries and blackberries and blueberries, and I was keeping that really healthy. And I had an app on my phone, and my app on my phone I could put in all of that and um, keep up with it and everything. And I done really good. But when I got stuck, that's when things went downhill. Was when I got stuck and wasn't losing anymore. And that's discouraging. And then when that happens and you're all discouraged, you kind of give up. But now I see that I was fine at a 25-pound weight loss. I was fine. I was feeling good. I had energy. If I could just get back to that, I'd be happy because I felt good. I had energy. My joints didn't ache. I didn't swell. I didn't feel bloated up under here like I do when I'm eating carbs. That's what carbs do to me instantly. Very many carbs, especially mixed with sugar, and this up here hurts so bad. Right here, right under my boobs, you get bloated there, and then I'm miserable. I'm just miserable like that. So if I could just get back to the 25-pound weight loss, I'd be happy. Of course, then it gets discouraging, and you're like, "Come on, why can't I lose a little bit more?" So. Free-handedly made. Hello. My tomatoes started to finally ripen. They taste so good. Awesome. That's awesome. My tomatoes are a bust this year, except the Roma. Well, mine are not ripening very fast. I've had some ripe tomatoes, but I still have tons of green tomatoes that seem like they're just lingering there in the green state. um, Most likely you need to look into which foods cause inflammation that you are eating. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have, and that's what I've watched. I've watched. And the main thing for me is if I eat something that has carbs and sugars both in it, like a donut, I will just be sick. I mean, it just, I will bloat up. I will start hurting. I mean, it just, yeah. Yeah. Bread and sugar. Yep. Same thing Emma's saying. My knees will start hurting from that French toast. Still hurting. Still hurting. Yeah. Uh, yep. Do what makes you feel good. However, it is so expensive. Uh, Turmeric is a wonder food. Okay, missed. Okay. I made a big bottle of AP vinegar, mm, apple cider vinegar, turmeric, and water. I take a shot every day for joint pain. That's interesting. Now, I know that a lot of people do the apple cider vinegar, period, even if it's just that, a shot of apple cider vinegar a day. I was doing that for a while too. When I was on keto, I was doing it's called Good Girl Moonshine, and it's apple cider vinegar with turmeric and I said that wrong. I think it had, did it have turmeric? Turmeric? Well, heck, I can't remember now. I think it had ginger. Well, I can't remember now, but it's Good Girl Moonshine. It has apple cider vinegar, cinnamon, ginger, and then you just pour. I was using like a flavored water, flavored sparkling water, and my favorite was Fuji apple at Walmart. And I'm gonna tell you, that was so good. It was Fuji apple water, apple cider vinegar, um, ginger, and cinnamon. And if you wanted it sweeter, you could add honey, but I never did. I just drank it just like that, and it was fine. Now, I seen some people add honey, which you wasn't supposed to have honey on there anyway, on what I was doing. So anyway, that was really, I was doing that during like keto and low carb, and I think that was helping a lot. Let's see. Let me get back up here. I have a lot of green ones too, but I've been able to ripen some in our cabin. Yeah. Is is it ground turmeric that you put in your shot? It can be expensive, but if you let it be, it's the labels they put on foods that gets you, then they blow up the price. Yeah. Yes. Talking about the keto and stuff. Yes. Especially if you go like on keto or low carb and you buy the name brand, or any of that stuff. You got to make up your own, or it can get really expensive. Um, I dropped a lot of weight about 2 years ago, gained it all back, mad over it, but I just need to start back. There you go. That's the thing. That's where, I always say jump back on the horse. um, I talked to a couple of people on Marco. I have Marco, and I talked to a couple of people on Marco that do keto or low carb, and one of them's same as me. She's been on keto, but then she kind of fell off and went to low carb, and we talk almost every day about that. And both of us have not been on it, but that's what I always say. Well, let's jump back on the horse. um, so that's what I'm fixing to do. It's 1 o'clock. I got to get off here. I got to get some stuff done. I have to turn back on my washer. I turned off the washer and dryer so I could talk, and got to get those back on. But anyway, yeah, I'm fixing to get back on the horse. I'm going to start, I guess, I don't know. I want to just start back low carb and do that, but I feel like I wasn't losing any weight on that. I feel like I need to go back on keto, but do it healthy keto, and not, not do the carnivore or whatever. I dropped a lot of weight about 2 years ago, gained it all back. I read that. I feel great drinking apple cider vinegar water daily. Yeah, yeah. I need to do that Good Girl Moonshine again. I really, really liked it with the apple, Fuji apple water from Walmart. I can't just drink it. You done it with water? Apple cider vinegar water. You done it with just plain water? And I probably should do that, but I really liked the Good Girl Moonshine. I got that recipe from Jen at Hot Mess on a Mission. Yeah, used to be Farmer Mima. I made French toast omelets and sunny side up eggs for breakfast for my guests that stopped by to park their RV. That's awesome. Clean their plates. I had an Indian lady tell me Fuji is good for belly fat loss. Fuji apples? Fuji apples? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I take apple cider vinegar, turmeric, and moringa every day, and I still hurt if I eat any nightshades. Before my mama got dementia, I was riding a bicycle. The fat just poured off. I haven't ridden since then, but hope to start back when the weather cools. Okay, thanks for stopping in, free-handedly made. No brakes on this train. Take the seeds out of your uncooked tomatoes. They put on weight. What? Take the seeds out of your uncooked tomatoes. They put on weight. Really? Are you serious? I did not know that. Yes, Fuji apples. I think it's important to eat from the pyramid. Maybe not like they recommend, but to eat the foods God has provided for us. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, now talking about that, and I got to get off here. Um, some of them, like the paleo diet is similar to keto in a way. And I had looked at that at one time, and I can't remember exactly the difference. I can't remember the difference. I think you could have more vegetables on paleo than you can on keto, because keto, a lot of vegetables and fruits have carbs, and with paleo, I think paleo is more just not raw food. I don't know the word I'm looking for. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Food, nothing processed, nothing, it's whole food, whole real food. And that's kind of like what you're saying there is, um, but to eat the foods God has provided for us all in moderation. Yeah, that's kind of what I think of that paleo diet. Makes me think of that because it's like you could have any meats, vegetables, fruits, anything that's real whole food. I read that somewhere about tomato seeds. I had never heard of that. I try to eat more raw things than cooked things. Yes. And that's good for gut health. And gut health is a big key too. We all know that. But doing that, right? We know what's good for us and what's not. It's just doing it. The willpower to do it and stick with it is the problem. We kind of all know what we should eat and shouldn't eat, and sometimes it's very obvious, you know, and so you want, um, and raw food is better for your gut health and digestion and all those things. Meats and nuts are interchangeable as far as nutrients provided to the body are concerned. They are both a source of protein. Now, if I eat a whole lot of nuts, that will hurt my stomach. I think I have a slight, um, there's something that seeds and nuts hurt your stomach. Celiac. I think I have a slight celiac problem because if I eat very many nuts, it really hurts my stomach. Peas are high in protein too. Yep. Anyway, this was great. So now I was going to bring somebody up to talk about healthy eating, and I didn't, because we kind of just started in. But I think next week. So somebody let me know or be thinking about if you would like to come up and talk about healthy eating next week. And if you know how to do that, here's my problem. I know how to invite and get the link and do all that. What I don't know is how you do that. If you click on the link and then it will come up. I'm not sure how that works, but we'll get through it. So if anybody is willing to come up on here, and I only want to do one at a time, I'm sorry. I don't like people all over the screen. I want to do one at a time. But if anybody would like to come up next week and talk about healthy eating, like what you do, so we can get some other perspectives and talk about what you like to do or what you feel about healthy eating or diet or whatever you want to call it. And let me know. And Boots and Bounty. Boots and Bounty said I can do it sometime. So I will do next week. If you come on, if you don't have anything going and you can come on, I will be at the same time next Thursday at 12 noon. We'll do that, and I'll give you the link, and you can come up and help me talk about that. And you can talk about, you can talk about how the Weight Watchers is going. So, and anybody else, let me know sometime or another. We'll take one at a time up for a little bit and tell us what you do and what you plan to do or what you would like to do or something. I think I'm going to start back on keto. I think I'm going to do keto, healthy keto for at least a little bit, and then maybe kind of slack back down to low carb like I did before. That's what I done before. I done keto and lost the 25 pounds. And then when I'd lost 25 pounds, I got stuck there. I kind of lingered off into low carb instead. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do again, is do keto, but healthy keto, and see if I can start losing some. I know I'll feel better. I know I will feel better. If I don't lose a pound, I will feel better because I always do. So I put a cup of water along with 2 tablespoons of powdered turmeric in a pan, simmer 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. I may start trying that and see if that helps my joints. I know eating low carb does. It always does. What's coming up next in your foraging series? The ticker made me want to ask. Hey, Q Kitchen and Beyond. We're just fixing to get off here. I come on at 12. I'm kind of over my time. Next in foraging, what did I just do? I just done goldenrod. I just done goldenrod. I don't know. Tomorrow night, we're going to talk about goldenrod. I went ahead and done the video, and I had done it as my newspaper article. But I'm going to show you that real quick. Real quick, I'll show you my newspaper article. So tomorrow night, that's what we'll be talking about because we haven't talked about it yet. I just done it for my newspaper article and for a video. There's my newspaper article about goldenrod. That was in this week's newspaper. And I do a different one course each week, and then I also do the same one usually on our live on Friday night, and then as a video also. So that's what I done, goldenrod, and I just done the video on that. We'll talk about that tomorrow night, and then I'll pick out another one, and I haven't already picked out another one yet. So I can't tell you, Shelley, what the next one's going to be because I haven't really picked out another one yet. I will go see what's about to be blooming or doing, I was going to do rose of morning primrose, evening primrose. Gosh, I was going to do evening primrose, and I went up there looking at it, and it is died out. And I'm like, well, that'll be next year. I just made Casey's tomato bacon jam today. I'm going to have to start eating healthy in a week or two. I had 2 back-to-back phone appointments, so I missed out. Pour in a bottle with quarter vinegar, then fill with water, refrigerate. Okay, well, try that out. Okay. All right, that's it. We're going to get off here. Be here next Thursday. Now, tomorrow night, we're going to have our live, me and Lee, and we will also, towards the end, talk about goldenrod. Next Thursday, gosh, I can't talk. Next Thursday at 12 noon, we'll come back on, talk about healthy eating, and we will have, hopefully, Boots and Bounty Homestead talking about Weight Watchers. All right, that's it. I figured it was depending on what is growing. Yeah, I just had to go look around and see what's ready to be foraged. All right, that's it. I'm going to end this. Thank y'all for being here.